Who's more responsible, the person that gives the orders or the person that's actually doing the act?
Assalamu alaikum Habibis. We back with another video for your entertainment and joy. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to ring that bell, and make sure to watch all the way through.
Let's get a little subscriber count right here.
Count right here somewhere.
Yeah, right there.
And then now move it over there.
Boom.
Anyway,
Yes.
What are we gonna talk about today, Haas?
I got a morality question for you. Who's more responsible, the person that gives the orders or the person that's actually doing the act?
I think they're both responsible to some point, but I think the person giving the orders is more responsible. Just like who's responsible, the pastor or the people of the church?
Churchgoers.
In areas of leadership, I say that when you have authority over people and you know that you're going to give them an order, you have a higher responsibility to make sure that the order you give them is a good one, if you know that they have to follow it. So it's on you to make sure that you're giving the right order.
But then it ultimately comes down to that soldier's decision. Am I gonna pull this trigger or not?
I mean, it's like if you have a kid and you tell your son make a left turn and he makes a left turn, who's responsible for that? You or your son?
My son. He turns left and it's illegal. He gets pulled over by the cop. I'm not gonna get a ticket. Oh, officer, my dad told me to make the left. I don't care. I guess I'm taking a more like afterlife perspective. Who's gonna be more responsible on that?
Well, both.
I think it's the guy who pulled the trigger, bro.
So you don't think the guy who gave the order is going to be responsible at all?
To some degree, he was misguided in giving that order, but ultimately it comes down to the one who pulled the trigger because it was his action. He didn't have to.
Okay. I give you a better example. So your commanding officer gives you an order to shoot a kid.
Sure.
Not a kid, another soldier. Right?
Uh-huh.
You shoot the soldier. The superiors come to you and tell you, why the hell did you shoot that soldier? What are you going to tell them?
It was an order.
Yeah. From who?
Whoever's made it.
And then what's that guy going to do? He's going to go talk to that guy and blame him.
Yes.
That's how it works. He's not going to blame you.
Sure. On the judgment day, who's going to be responsible? I don't think it's going to be no commander.
Just as on judgment day, most of the blame goes to that first person who originated it. He's going to go, okay, you started this. Now, the person after you, did you fact check what he said? No? Okay, you have some blame too. The commoner, did you go and fact check and research? No? Okay, you have some blame too. Who's the most responsible for why this mistake happened? They get most of the blame.
For the segment you all know and love.
Shy time. Going off the topic we were talking earlier about blame and who's responsible, I think accountability is something that's been lost these days. I think we should first look at what we did and make up for those mistakes. I think that when people make mistakes and when they wrong other people, a mere apology is something that some people don't even do, but those who do apologize, they never fully mean it and they never try to fix their mistakes. They just go back and rinse and repeat and do it again. I think that that's more important than figuring out who's responsible for something, shifting blame. It's focusing on your slice of the pie and making up for that mistake. And accountability is not an easy thing to do. You're basically admitting to somebody, I was wrong, I want to fix this.
Oh yeah, you have to be strong to do something like that, but
Sure.
a lot of people cannot do that.
There are a lot of people that pretend to be friendly with you, and you don't find out that they're not friendly with you till later on in life. And all these bad things that are happening to you now, the dots get connected. And you're like, oh no, it's this person who was doing it all along. I go hold them accountable. You've been doing this my whole life. Anyway, let's get back to
Nar
this.
Jahannam. Let's use a more distinct example. You're an imam at some masjid, right? Or some person in power, right? Make a fatwa. Pork is halal now. In the 21st century, they clean it well. They take care of them. You're the authority figure. You're teaching it. Now it's permissible. But
still,
it is up to your followers. They should say, what are we doing here? This is unacceptable. It is not permissible. You may say that, but this is not going to be the case. It has to come down to those people to make that decision.
Now you're giving something that's obvious. What they say out into the world is their responsibility because they know that people under them are going to listen.
Very good point. And I do agree with you. You don't think it's different when you're dealing with other people?
But he's dealing with other people. He's making a fatwa that affects other people, not him. He gets the sin because he released a judgment that is affecting everybody else. It's on you partially. I say, 25%. Less than 50%.
But we're talking about things that are not so distinctive. I'm talking about something that's very distinctive. You know it's bad.
If you know for a fact that something is haram, then of course you can't do it. if you know something is haram, that means that you have an even higher power telling you not to. So whose order are you going to listen to?
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to get
Sure,
to.
but if you don't know something is haram,
Then you have the ambiguity aspect, of course. But I'm
Yes.
saying if where you do know, that's where I'm trying to get at.
okay,
if you do know.
in the small areas where you do know, then yes, you're responsible.
Now check it. Imagine these clown restaurants that they say they have halal meat, but it's not. And the owner is saying, no, tell them it's halal. It's okay. And then the server comes, you and me go to the restaurant. Hey, do you have halal meat? Yeah, we do. I think it's her fault for lying to me.
That would be her fault because she knows that it's not halal.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also the authorities' fault for telling her to do that. Anyway, guys, let us know who's accountable for who. The person giving the orders or the person that
Following the orders.
following orders. And I think the lesson is, at the end of the day,
Be mindful of what you're doing. Of what you consume, the media you consume, the food you consume, the consumption of your free time, the people you hanging out with.
and what you're putting out there, what
Yeah.
you tell other people, how you treat other people, because some mistakes you have to hold yourself accountable for.
And if not,
And if you
Allah
don't-
subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold you accountable.
I'll see you there.
Inshallah.
One-on-one.
1v1? Did you say 1v1? As always, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. With
And
that
comment down low.
and make sure to comment. With
Yeah.
that being said, this is Habibis only. We appreciate y'all watching.
Look at you. What's wrong with you? Look, you're gonna kill someone. You look like a psycho. Ooh, the beard looking crispy. Shit.